meetings with Hearts this season, the Tynecastle side were out for revenge and to boost Peter Houston's hopes of the manager's job on a full-time basis. Commentary from Rob McLean.
There's a big concern for Alan Stubbs, and that's got nothing to do with football. Let's hope he's back to full health and back on this Celtic team sheet before too much longer. Tom Boyd steps back in to replace him for this one. Otherwise, it's the same Celtic team which swept St Johnstone aside last weekend, and another chance for Luba Moravcik to show how much he'll be missed if he carries through his threat to pack it in at the end of the season. Rob Douglas was a Scotland spectator in midweek, maybe just as well as Jonathan Gould took over in goal, but the former Dundee #1 keeps his first-team place at Celtic. Hoping he can find a way past him is Andy Kirk. The Belfast-born 21-year-old striker has 5 goals already for Hearts this season. He's part of an unchanged Hearts side. Caretaker manager Peter Houston sticks with the same starting 11 as kicked off last weekend's 2-1 win at St Mirren. Gordon Durie and Thomas Flugel are on the bench. Darren Jackson isn't. Here's the way Hearts will line up. Houston hoping Gary Locke gets forward to support Wanjo and Kirk, but a lot will hinge on the midfield contribution of Colin Cameron, Scott Severin and Steve Fulton. The referee at Celtic Park is Stuart Dougal. Worries about Alan Stubbs have overshadowed everything else at Celtic Park in the last few days, but now it's down to business for Celtic as they try to preserve their unbeaten SPL run, which so far has stretched to 15 games, 13 wins and 2 draws, top spot in the league, and they want to maintain that momentum with the Old Firm match looming large on the horizon. But Martin O'Neill at pains to say this is the main match of the moment, this the one at the moment they must concentrate on winning. Tom Boyd's header off the head of Fulton for Murray. Now Kirk. Murray not exactly a natural left back, having to fill in after the departure of Gary Naismith. And beaten for pace by Didier Agat. Tremendous run. Disappointing for Agat was the final ball in. It was too close to the keeper, too close to Antiniemi. But this is the sort of stuff from Didier Agat which raises the temperature around Celtic Park. Tremendous pace and power and a disappointing delivery. Presley's header falls for Luba Moravcik. Chris Sutton could be in. Might well have taken a little bit more time. Could have taken that on a bit further, Chris Sutton. Chose to have a quick crack at goal after Presley's poor header out. Moravcik setting up Sutton, but he was off balance as he struck it, and it was well wide. Sutton back to Moravcik. Himself out of a tight situation with the crossfield pass to Boyd. Petrov for Thompson. Room for Sutton. Now Petrov gets himself turned. Stilian Petrov. Good play and a good save by Antiniemi. He was off his line very quickly there to cut down the sighting of the target for Petrov. Look how strong he was here to get himself turned and create the opportunity. It was Nielsen who tried to get there. Petrov held him off, and the shot well saved. Colin Cameron for Hearts. Pass cut out by Valharan. Alan Thompson. Lovely change of direction from Bobby Petta. Having beaten Locke, now threatening Nielsen. Still it's Petta. Support from Moravcik. Out comes Antiniemi. Punched away, didn't feel confident enough he could grab it. Now Agat. Keeping possession, that's all important. The pressure on for Hearts. Moravcik with the cross. Presley's header away. Fulton to Severin. Lucky to get away with that, Scott Severin. Free kick given against Guangzhou's effort to keep possession for Hearts. He was on his own up front, guilty of the boot up. First there was Johan Mjalby. He stumbled as the ball reached him. And not a great chance. Moravcik. Agat popping up on the left-hand side. It's back for Thompson, deflected. And the first corner kick of the match. Well set up here by Didier Agat. And strikes them well. Does Thompson. That went off the heel of Petric. Now comes the corner kick from Moravcik. Peta unmarked, and here's Thompson. Peta again. Gets to the byline, deflected in. Scrambled away by Murray. And finally out of play. Well, atrocious marking in the centre of the Hearts defence there. Bobby Peta was in yards of room at the far post, and this could have been really damaging for the Tynecastle team. In the end, for Celtic, it came to not a lot. Celtic winning the 50-50s in midfield. Petrov to Moravcik. Good strike. And Haddad ended up in the back of the net. Hearts only had themselves to blame. A couple of times passes went astray. And Moravcik testing out Niemi. Presley to Nielsen. Valharen's header. That's Mjalby. Colin Cameron gets a second chance. Determined stuff from Fulton, and helped out by Scott Severin. Works that through to Cameron. Severin again. Here's Colin Cameron. A brilliant goal by Cameron. 13 minutes gone. It's been all Celtic so far, and that's the sucker punch. It's the first time that Hearts have really got it together in the midfield. The combination of Cameron and Severin coming off here, and Colin Cameron seeing a glimmer of a chance and chipped the ball over the head of his Scotland squad colleague Rob Douglas. Tremendous finish from Cameron, his 9th goal of the season and his 6th in 6 games. He's hot, and this gives Hearts some hope. It's 1-0 Hearts at Celtic Park. Away comes Johan Mjalby. Chris Sutton hits the ground, and free kick given against Grant Murray, who was more concerned about the man than the ball here. Understandable, but as the ball went through, Murray clattered into Sutton. Here's the free kick. In from Tom Boyd. Peta finding a way through. Valharen! Superb from Jas Valharen. His 3rd goal for Celtic, and that's the best of the lot. Hearts had the lead for only 2 minutes. Set up by the cutback from Peta, and you won't see a better precision finish than this. Curled into into the top corner. Antiniemi could only look on in admiration. A brilliant goal from Valhaeren, and Celtic immediately back on level terms. 1-1. Martin O'Neill will be absolutely delighted at that quick response. Foul given against Gordon Petric. Johan Mjalby and Jos Valhaeren both up for the free kick. In from Thompson! And Henrik Larsson's flashing header might well have been a scorer had it not been for Antiniemi. Tremendous save. Strikes these well, Thompson. And a well-timed run by Henrik Larsson. Got away from Robbie Nielsen, and good reflexes from the Finnish number one. Thompson's corner, nodded down by Sutton. Danger still not over. Petter's cross. Wonder save by Antiniemi. How did that stay out? Johan Mjalby still quite believe this. Unmarked, powerful header. It had to be a goal. Antiniemi thought otherwise. Sensational stuff from Niemi. That's got to be one of the saves of the season. Hammond's clearance intercepted by Murray. Wangjo. Delicate for Cameron. Come on, Cameron! Unbelievable save by Rob Douglas. Not sure if he knew an awful lot about this, Douglas, but you would have put your money on this being 2-1 Hearts. That's a foul by Petric on Larsson. Alan Thompson having a look at the penalty box. Sutton and Larsson and Mjalby and Valhaeren all waiting. Headed away by Severin. On the left foot of Moravcik! 2-1 Celtic. 10 minutes left in the first half. Again, so much to admire about the finish from Lubo Moravcik. He just sized this up and curled it in. He's played against Hearts 3 times this season, Moravcik, and now he's scored in each of the games. The scorer of the equaliser, Valhaeren, adjusted down by Larsson for Petrov. Agat, Henrik Larsson, off Niemi! Henrik Larsson, 3-1. Mistake this time by Niemi. He was the hero for Hearts earlier on with that stunning save from Mjalby's header, but beaten by Mjalby's fellow Swede Larsson here. And Antiniemi will be kicking himself for failing to hold on to the first effort from Larsson, because when it rebounded back to Larsson, there was only one place this was heading, into the back of the net. Henrik Larsson's 20th goal of the season makes it 3-1 Celtic. Thompson's pass. And a little lapse from Grant Murray. They had plenty of time to deal with that. So more pressure for Hearts to try to withstand. And another corner kick, this time on the opposite side, off the top of the head of Gordon Petric. In again from Moravcik! It's Johan Mjalby. Denied earlier by the heroics of Niemi. wasn't going to be denied this time. The short corner played in by Moravcik, and Hearts guilty of not picking up their men. Accusing glances all round in the Hearts defence, and Yemi stayed rooted to his goal line. Half-time, and a big roar around Celtic Park for a sizzling Celtic performance. Delicate little chip over the head of Robert Douglas. Well, that was Celtic 1 down, but they were only 1 down for 2 minutes, and it was Jos Valharan with that brilliant curling, dipping effort which put them back on level terms. Then Luba Moravcik's curling effort through a hole in the Hearts defence. Antiniemi beaten, and Henrik Larsson benefiting from a mistake by the keeper to increase Celtic's lead. It was 4-1 when Johan Mjalby ran in almost unchallenged. Hearts struggling to cope, and Celtic showing why they're the top team in the SPL. 4-1, they lead at half-time. And Hearts make a double switch right at the start of the second half. Gordon Jury is on as a replacement, and so too is Gary McSweggan. The players off, Juanjo and Gary Locke. And it's Hearts who restart the match, with every reason for not enjoying meeting up with Celtic this season. They've played 2.5 games against Celtic so far this campaign, and they've now lost a grand total already of 13 goals. It could get worse. Threatening though, Andy Kirk immediately after the restart against Johan Mjalby. No joy for him here. Held at bay, maybe literally, by Mjalby. Good run from Agat. Opportunity again for Celtic. Petric to the rescue for Hearts. Mjalby up for the corner kick. Valharan as well at the near post. And here's Moravcik. Went for the half volley chip over the head of Antiniemi. Not quite, but you knew exactly what he was attempting here. Let's hope Alan Stubbs is enjoying what he's seeing this afternoon, and let's hope also that he makes a full recovery from his latest cancer scare. Moravcik to Agat. Peta against Nilsson. Petric with the header away, straight to the feet of Thompson. And turned away by Petric for the corner kick. And he must have been concerned here that his header had set up Thompson for number 5. The short corner, and from Moravcik, nobody on Agat. That's an escape for Hearts. Again, big questions asked about their marking, or lack of it here. Drifted in by Moravcik to the far post, and nobody anywhere near Agat, and should have scored. Celtic make a change. Chris Sutton off, and Tommy Johnson on. Inside the last 10 minutes with Tommy Johnson. Beaten by Presley. Severin. Fulton's lost it to McNamara. Johnson and Henrik Larsson, chance for number 5. It is 5. It trickled over the line, but that won't bother most people inside the stadium. And it won't bother Henrik Larsson. Now 21 goals for the season, after it was lost by Fulton in midfield, and goal punishment was forthcoming for him. Antiniemi got himself in the way of the shot, but it carried enough pace to cross the goal line. And it's now 5-1 Celtic, 9 minutes left. Pass, and Didier Agat turning it into an excellent one. Is it to be 6? It is. Stilian Petrov, the happy half-dozen for Celtic. And that's 2 goals inside a minute. The pass from Larsson was a good one, but the run from Agat showed frightening pace. Such is the fitness of Stilian Petrov that right at the end of the match he's able to make a long run from the midfield and apply the finishing touch. Gary McSwiggan, Thomas Flugel, free kick, foul against Thompson. Good change of direction from Flugel, and Thompson was committed. In by McSwiggan, away by Valharan. Missed completely by Peta. Fresh air shot, a little bit of everything this afternoon. Petric, 1-2 with Jury. McSwiggan's pass for Kirk. That's full time. And Celtic maintain their unbeaten record in the SPL. Martin O'Neill's team played 16, won 14, drawn 2. The sort of record that gets you to the top of the league and keeps you there. Henrik Larsson, 2 goals this afternoon from him, 2 last week as well. And his phenomenal goal-scoring run continues. Now 21 for the season. Add to that this afternoon goals from Valharan and Moravcik and Mialbi and Petrov. And it's difficult to remember back to that moment when Hearts took the lead after 13 minutes when Colin Cameron scored. But since then, it's been all Celtic. Top